Good morning, everybody. My name is Keegan. Welcome to back to the channel. This is my 1992 Nissan Skyline R32 GTST, and today we're going to be doing a fuel pump on it. I don't know if it needs it, but I'm guessing it's stock. The car's in pretty good shape. It's got about 80,000 miles on it. I've really only done plugs, coil packs, and a new plug harness. I've upgraded the battery by opening up the terminals a little bit, but you can also use Prius batteries. But no matter what I've done to clean up, whether seals, vacuum lines, this car's always kind of had a miss, and now it's starting to affect down low versus up high in the RPMs. So we're going to hope this new TI Automotive, which is a Walbro brand now, who knew? But this is a GSS 341BX. I'll put the link in the good old description. But we're going to do this today, and hopefully that helps. So first thing we're going to end up doing is taking these 10 mils off. This is like a little guard for the wiring, so we're going to end up taking this plate off too. What we're just going to address these for and see what it looks like under here. I'm hoping it looks pretty good. So we've popped this plate off, and we've popped that plate off, and this does have a little kind of plug that holds itself in right there, so you got to be careful. You can use a flathead, or I just gently pulled it to the side, and make sure you disconnect the battery. I have a tank full of gas. You probably do too. Yeah, just don't play the game. So I believe next we're going to be doing, I'm going to need a Phillips and an 8 mil. I believe these are 8s. I'll be able to back that up in a second. But I'm going to need a Phillips for this fuel line right here. I'm not sure if this has been messed with or not, because this looks like a stock style C-clamp, and that looks definitely like a fuel line, fuel injector styled clamp. And we'll get in here. So we've got the fuel pump unit out, and it's looking pretty good, concerningly good. Not sure if it's already been serviced before, but the ohm unit is really clean. Usually those rust out first. Bag is super clean, so we'll be able to reuse that. Even the O-ring is immaculate, and the foam hasn't started deteriorating. Usually they use those as a dampener for the fuel pump sound. And then I got the flashlight on, so we'll take you in the tank. Hopefully the GoPro doesn't fall into it. But it is looking immaculate as well. And make sure when you pull that off that you kind of wipe away any of the crumbs and stuff. That way it doesn't go in there. And I did label this hose with a 1, along with the line it was attached to with the 1. And make sure that the second one doesn't fall through. Otherwise you have to get down low, push it back up, and have somebody grab it so you can kind of keep it up. Ask me how I know. I thought this unit would be pretty factory based on how long the car's kind of been sitting and how low mileage it is, but it looks like someone has already been in here based on the ground solder job and the power solder job that already has the new aftermarket clip style used for this pump. Not sure what pump that's going to be, but 100% somebody's been in here. Nissan wouldn't do a split like that, and I mean, it's been working, but 3 is solved. AEM pump that has a max output of 40 psi. Can we read that? Focus? Not focus? Not factory. I believe factory on these cars is like 43.5 or even 45. It's only running 7 pounds of boost, but it's still cutting out. This pump either going bad or not being enough may have contributed to the problem. But we're gonna get it swapped out for the Good Lad, and this should do 700 horse based on anything I need. And if the car goes, the RB goes, it might be getting LS, just piss everyone off. But we're gonna swap that. We transferred the foam piece off of that, and then the fuel socket or sock kind of came off after that. There's a little special O-ring that kind of holds itself on there. So you gotta put that on first, then put the foam on, and then I transferred the sleeve over here. And we're just gonna slide it right down into here, hook it back up, and then reinstall. For the reinstall, don't forget the O-ring. Gotta have the O-ring, otherwise you'll forever be chasing a fuel smell. We're gonna see if we can do this with the GoPro going. So, get out of there, buddy. Dip the ohm sending unit, push it in, and then make sure you orient it in the right direction. Gonna be a little close with the fuel. Come on. Come on, come on. There we go, baby. And then we're gonna go ahead and tighten these 8s and then get these. Actually, we're gonna slide these hoses on first. Don't forget the clamps. Gotta get the clamps before I do that. All right, she's buttoned back up. When I did the 8, I did it in a star pattern. And then when I did these 4, I did them in a star pattern. And then we ended up pushing it back in that little slot to hold the connector, and then put the shield back on it, and she should be good to go. I'm gonna take it for a cruise around, but I just wanted to put a little video out there just because it's nice to have some references of what you're dealing with. I believe the GTRs, or maybe just the later models, have 2 fuel pumps, but for the GTST it's just the one. It's kind of what we're dealing with, and she should be good to go. I'm gonna start her up, give it some hell.